Hey guys, Shamar Brown here. Welcome to the Eagle Podcast Night Talks, episode number 8. No pain, no hope. And tonight, I got a special guest in the studio as well. The virtual studio, right? And I'm just going to give you guys a quick background about this guy, right? So not only is he a young entrepreneur, and a, upcoming leader in the, entrepreneurial industry, right? But he's a fitness freak. You should see this guy. This guy is built like a Greek god. You know what I'm saying? And he's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's bring him up. Floor is yours, man.
Thank you, Shamar. I appreciate the kind words.
Of course, man. All right, so just to get the ball rolling, Pedro. So just like what the title says, right? No pain, no hope. So, tell me about yourself. Because I want to know about you, and I'm sure these guys want to know about you too, right? So, let's get into it. Let's give us a quick background about yourself.
All right, so my name is Pedro Gill. I am 23, almost 24 years old.
Oh, okay, young guy.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know how it is. Just trying to make an impact. As you said, I'm in the fitness industry, as well as being a young entrepreneur myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking to make an impact both in my direct community and in my family long term.
Okay, so can I ask you a personal question just to get the ball rolling? Because currently I'm reading this book. It's called Built to Serve. I'm not finished yet, but there's a chapter in it where the guy speaks about people do big things based off some pain that they had. You get what I'm saying? So which means that if they didn't had to go to that pain, they wouldn't have done what they had to do. You get what I'm saying? To change somebody else's life. So I guess what I'm trying to ask you is that what made you decided to go down the path that you're going right now? Entrepreneurship, fitness, helping people, changing lives. What made you decide to go down that path? What was that roadblock, or what was that? What was that like for you? Or,
All right, so the biggest thing for me, in my personal experience, in the past, I used to deal pretty heavily with depression and anxiety.
Wow.
And I actually had a friend who took his own life March of 2020, and
wow.
That kind of opened my eyes. Like, you may feel alone, but it's just a temporary moment. You don't know all the people out there that really do love and care for you.
Exactly.
So that moment right there kind of shifted my mindset to, all right, I need to stop dwelling in the past. I need to stop bringing myself down about things. And I switched to more of a positive outlook on things. That's when I really started to focus on my mental and physical health. And then from there, whenever somebody needs to talk, whether it's close friend, somebody I barely know, or somebody that I just met, if they need to talk, I'm right there for them.
Yeah,
because my friend that had taken his life, he didn't feel that he had his people around him. He didn't feel that people cared, and obviously everyone did. So the more happiness I can add to someone's life, I'm not going to say bring to someone's life.
Exactly.
I think happiness comes from within.
Oh yeah, ding ding. Oh yeah.
But if I can add that happiness to somebody and I can brighten their day up a little bit, I'll do that every single time.
Okay. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But okay. So that pain that you had to go through gave you hope to say, hey, rather than make that happen to me, why don't I be a bridge for somebody else, right? Because I'm sure you're not the same person that you were back in 2020, right?
Oh God, no.
Right?
If I was that same person, I don't know how today would look.
Exactly. Exactly. And I can bet that you have somebody who's exactly the same Pedro, and I guess with you being who you are right now, you're able to help them out, because you've been there, done that.
Exactly. So it's kind of eye-opening, really, when you look back on it, because you never really know. I bring up that situation because you never really know what somebody's going through.
Ding ding.
And they could seem the happiest person, but it's about really connecting with those people. And since I didn't make that effort because I thought everything was fine there, now I'm more likely to check up on friends and check up on family more often just to see how they're doing, as opposed to every once in a while type of thing. Because you never know what someone might need to hear. And going back to the topic of no pain, no hope, the pain of losing somebody close to you over the span of 3-4 months in 2020, I lost four people that I was fairly close to.
Wow.
And all for different causes, but regardless, that 4 months I was in a dark place. But ultimately, what got me to visualize that I need to snap out of that and think of the positives in situations, no matter how negative those situations may be, was my friend taking his life, like I had said.
Yes.
And again, if I can do anything to help any person, even if I just met them that day, I'll do it. Because anything I can do to brighten somebody's day or help them through a tough situation, I'm going to do that, because I just want to see other people succeed.
Exactly.
If we all succeed, then we're good. If I can succeed myself, then I can help somebody succeed.
Ding ding.
And that's the way I see it.
Ding ding. Because I always hear that you can't really give with an empty cup. So with you being able to fill your cup, you'll be able to help as many people as you can, right?
Exactly.
And that's awesome, Pedro. That's awesome. But let's change gear, man. Let's change gear. All right. So I know you had a background in sports as well too. So what happened in that industry, or what happened with that journey?
All right. So I was always an athlete growing up. I was a little undersized, believe it or not. You know me now.
I can't imagine that, man. I can't imagine that.
But I was always undersized. I was always one of the smaller kids on the team, regardless of the sport. I played baseball growing up. I started playing football when I was a freshman in high school. I always played basketball with my friends, but I didn't play organized basketball at all.
Okay.
And I actually stopped playing baseball my freshman year as well. Whole story behind that. I got bored of playing the game, but it just didn't bring that excitement to me anymore.
Okay.
And then the sport I really loved to play was football. And at my high school, I played wide receiver. Again, I was a little
quick guy,
stringy guy, a little small guy. And we were run first team, so I naturally wasn't getting the ball much. But as time went on, I was really bad my first year. I was really bad my second year. In between my sophomore and junior year, I said, "Yo, Pedro, come on! Like, you can't. You're not gonna have all these other kids that are coming up that are younger than you, above you on the depth chart, are you?" And
exactly.
I just thought to myself, and I just started putting my work in. And my junior year, I jumped between my sophomore and junior year. My sophomore year, I was bottom of the varsity depth chart. And my junior year, I was number 4 at my position out of like 15 kids. So it was a sizable jump. And then my junior year to my senior year, I was second on the depth chart by the end of the season, only to actually a good friend of mine who I still keep in contact with today. But
put you on?
But my motive there was I gotta get better. I gotta get better for me. I gotta get better for me. Open up that opportunity.
Exactly.
And if I can get better, then I might be able to do this going forward. And I thought if I could get to a point, I could get some attention. But I didn't get the offensive shares that I was expecting to
get
my senior year,
okay,
despite putting all that work in.
Mm-hmm.
But that ties back to the topic itself, no pain, no hope, because that hurt me. That I worked so hard to get to the top of the depth chart and get that playing time, and then I just never got it. And then there were guys under me that they got the offensive reps, they got all of the passing down, so they have more catches, their stats look better, all that. But it's because of that today I work with young athletes, I work with youth athletes, so they can develop themselves, so they're not in the position that I was in, where you did all the work and you're not getting any of the result because it's too late, or so on and so forth.
Okay, that's understandable, man. And to be honest, that's pretty cool that you were able to do that. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they fold. They see that they go straight into a hole. You get what I'm saying? But when you're a winner, you're like, okay, this is just an next opportunity. You get what I'm saying? Something that, that's going to stop me now, but, I'm going to use it to propel me. Right? Because, look, just because of that.
Opportunities down the road.
Go again?
Yeah, exactly. It just opens opportunities down the road. One shut door is just going to open another one down the road.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, so how about the future then, right? Or better yet, how about the present? Because I know you gave us a quick background about yourself, but how about the present? How are you using situations now or setbacks right now in your life to push you forward?
So setbacks right now in my life that can push me forward.
Either go.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying that you used prior to get where you are right now.
Oh yeah. So things that really geared me to where I am today. Setbacks that geared me to where I am today. Like I said, just going through what I did last year. Like I said, I was in a dark spot for a little while, and then I kind of came to a realization that things have to change, and I can't just sulk in the bad stuff that's going on, because then I'll get consumed by it, and there won't be any positives. And then even more so, have had some stuff going on as far as like family goes, the last year or so, and rather than dwelling, being negative, I'm using that as fuel to visualize myself in a better spot, than what I've been put through, and then what I'm going through. So my future family, or those that I associate with, those people that I am close with, are not put in similar situations.
Exactly. Okay, and then how about the future? What is the future looking like for Pedro? Like, what's next?
Are you speaking immediate? Or are you speaking intermediate? Or are you speaking long term?
If you could give us all three of them, that would be great. You get what I'm saying? Cause we still got like probably like 20. We still got like probably like 10 minutes. So definitely go for it, man. Go for it.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna start as far as the immediate. My immediate goals, as you know, the last couple months have been interesting to say the least. But that's not going to be anything to deter me from what I want to get done.
Ding ding, ding ding.
So,
message by the way, guys. Message. I hope you guys picked up that jam. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're going through, don't let it throw you off. message. But go, Pedro. That was good, but that was good. You just said it so casually.
You never really know. You never really know how bad someone else has it. Your situation may seem bad, but there's always someone that has it worse. And I try to look at life in that sense, aspect, because I know I may be in a difficult situation, but there's billions of people around the world that are in far worse situations than I am.
Forget it, man. Forget it. Yes, sir.
So as far as immediate goals, I want to continue to build myself both physically and mentally.
Come on, Pedro. What are you talking about physically? Pedro, what are you talking about? Bro. I said built like a Greek got it. What else do you need, bro? You know, this guy's crazy. Yeah, I told you guys, this guy is a fitness freak, man. My guy says, you know. Anyways, go. It's your goal. All right, it's your goal, man. It's your goal. But I don't know. But all right, go. It's your goal.
So I'm gonna backtrack. I said both. I shouldn't have said both because I want to grow a little bit in every aspect.
Okay.
As one of our mentors says, it's all about growing 1% every day in all aspects of your life.
Amen.
And whether that be physically, mentally, financially, emotionally,
everywhere.
all of that, it's all important. It's all important. So that's one big goal that I have. And how am I going to work towards that? Is do a little bit of everything every day. Have one thing that I focus on, like one thing that I'll focus on for that day, and then everything else I'll just put little bits of it throughout the day.
But Petra, why does that sound like the compound effect? You know, I'm sure you heard of that book, right? Compound effect, right? Basically doing a little bit every day till it maximize, right? Ripple effect?
Yes, sir.
Right? Yes, something like that, right? Okay.
The more little things you do, the bigger it'll compound to what you're ultimately working towards.
Okay, man. Okay,
and that's the thing, is that goes for both positive and negative. So you got to be very diligent about what you're doing.
Amen. Okay. Continue, man. Continue giving them those gems, man.
Okay, so that's most of it as far as the immediate goals. Because the immediate goals, that's something that you go for it. You always have to have another one after that. Once you hit a goal, you always have to have another one. So immediate goals they're ever changing. Then we're gonna go into the intermediate. So intermediate, a little bit more down the road. The way I see myself from an intermediate aspect, so say a couple years, so on and so forth. I see myself with financial options.
Exactly.
And being able to actually give back to my mom of all people. My mom, and then my siblings as well, because they've done a lot for me. I've done a lot for them, but just to be able to give back to those people that I care about the most. That's one intermediate goal that I want to do, or I want to work towards. And then, of course, as you know, I'm currently working as a personal trainer, as well as I work retail. Not going to name the company because no free marketing over here. But what I will say about that company is I'm just working there, keep myself occupied, so my mind doesn't get distracted, and I don't kind of throw away time.
We invest that, right?
Exactly. So as far as that intermediate goes, that's a big thing for me, is just to be able to start making those, or continue making those decisions where I can set myself up better for the future and for those long-term goals. So with that, like I said, is going to be to give back a little bit more to my mom, my brother, my sister. But the reality of that goal is that starts as an intermediate, but that's more long-term.
Long-term as well. Yeah, understandable.
Exactly. So with that, then back to that intermediate, that two-year time range, is I want to be done with that retail job that I was talking about.
Okay, freedom, man, freedom. And I'm sure you saw that post. I don't know if you saw that post. I was going crazy with the guy took off his shirt, and my guy was, running. Just look around on Instagram. You're gonna see it on somebody's story if you haven't yet. Freedom, man, freedom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing, is it's all steps towards that freedom. Because realistically, when you look at it, we're all working towards it. It's just how we're working at it.
Exactly.
Some people are more diligent about it than
Mm-hmm.
others.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have our moments where we kind of stray from the path a little bit, but it's about keeping that vision, keeping that focus, and really just trying to narrow down on that, because that's what's going to get you there, as well as all those little things you do, like I said.
All right, so quick question, Pedro, because just to wind down now, is there any tips? You get what I'm saying? Because like we said, no pain, no hope. You get what I'm saying? So is there any tips, anything that you want to share with them before we wrap up?
Yeah. So actually, one thing that I've actually started practicing recently, that a friend of mine actually suggested to me, is at the end of every day, write down one thing that you are proud of yourself for.
Wow.
And you can throw it in a little jar.
Wow.
So that's what we're doing is every day we both bought a little jar, nice and $4 jar, something like that. Buy a little jar every day, write down something that you are proud of yourself for, and something that you could improve on that day. And put that into a jar, and then at the end of the year, you'll see the jar's obviously full, and with that, it'll be a nice refresher. So if you are down at all, you can see that in moments that you are down, you'll actually be able to go back and pull one thing out of the jar, and you'll be able to see, all right, I did this on this day. If I didn't do that here and there, but I did do that.
Well, quick question, Pedro. It has to be something different, right? So that means you have to be very intentional if it's gonna be something different, right? Okay. I like that, man.
Exactly.
I like that. So, I'm gonna take on that challenge. I like that.
And then another thing that I would say is just speaking positive. Like, don't be down in the dumps all the time. Don't say I can't. Don't say I might. Don't say this and that. Just work towards getting it done. Work towards changing your speech pattern. So you're a lot more positive, and you're actually speaking positive into the air instead of speaking negative. Because
yes,
what you speak
what you
ends
get,
up coming to fruition. So that's just a big thing. That's another big thing that I would say is watch what you say and mean what you say.
Well, all right, Pedro, man. It was really great having you, man. You get what I'm saying? But before we wrap up, you already know the regular routine. I got a story for you guys. You get what I'm saying? And I think, Pedro, you might know this story because this is a very popular story, right? So basically, there was this rich guy. He went out, and I think he probably hurt his back, right? And he went to one of those physicians. Yeah, one of those physicians, and they were touching his back and trying to like ease the pain, and he was kind of upset about it, right? And then they started to stick some needle into him, right? Those little needles, right? Those, I think it's therapeutical, right? And then every time they stick a needle, he starts to get upset. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And the guy keeps sticking him, and he's getting upset. So after the whole thing was over, the guy turned to him and was like, "Hey, why didn't you stop when I told you, when I was getting upset?" And the guy turned to him and said, "Hey, no pain, no hope." And the moral of the story is that if he wasn't feeling any pain, forget it. His back was done. His back was dead. You get what I'm saying? And whatever you're going through, just like what Pedro mentioned, whatever you're going through right now, just know that it's a setup for a comeback. You get what I'm saying? Just know that whatever it is, you get what I'm saying, family, finance, life, whatever, it's just a moment. Because if you didn't have these challenges, forget it. All the blessings that's gonna come to you this year, 2022, you're not gonna get it. So I'm not saying that, hey, pray for problems, pray for trouble, but just know that you need them to grow. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, man, it was great having you again, Pedro. And like I said, guys, Eagle Podcast Night Talks, episode number 8. No pain, no hope. Make sure you guys share this. Send it to everybody that that needs to hear this, because you guys heard it here first, right? Good night.